Danny, Crawley on Boxing Day. Has there had to be much adaptation to the training schedule this week?
No, I think for us, we know we go into a busy schedule. We respect Christmas. We hope everybody else has a lovely Christmas and indulges, but for us it's about being really professional, it's about dedicating, it's about being disciplined, and it's about really committing to the task at hand. And we have 4 games in short succession, which could have a huge ramifications on our season. So yeah, we've worked really hard to get to this point. I've been really proud of everybody's efforts, but we need to double down now. And you know, we're in professional football. Millions and millions and millions of people would love to be in a position that we're in. You don't need to feel sorry for ourselves or to feel sorry for us, because yeah, of course we have to make some sacrifices over the Christmas period, but it's for the game that ultimately we love. So no, we train today, we'll train tomorrow, which I think is Christmas Eve, then we'll train Christmas Day, which I think is Thursday, and then we're playing Boxing Day. And then we will recover, train again, play again, recover, train again, play again, recover, train again and play again. And that's what it'll be. And it's, like I said, for everybody else to indulge, but for us just to be really focused, really determined, stay really disciplined, because being a professional footballer is not just about what you do in the training ground, it's also what you do away from the training ground. And yeah, we've got a group of seniors that set the right example for the younger players who are learning by the day.
Yeah, and I mean, ordinarily I'd imagine that you work at one game at a time. With the games coming so quick and so like in such a short space of time, do you kind of have to look further than just Crawley?
Well, I think all of our immediate focus is on Crawley, but you're right, 4 games in 9 days. We're lucky because Nicky and I went to Accrington versus Cambridge last Friday, so we got ahead to watch them again because we haven't played them since the start of the season. I think in this run we played Gillingham, we've already played twice, once in the EFL Trophy and more recently in the league. We've got a clear idea of them, and MK Dons have obviously played in the FA Cup as well. So we've already got some preparation work done in terms of those games, but yeah, yeah, we understand what this period is. We know that we have to be completely committed to the task in front of us, and firstly that is Crawley, who are a really dangerous team, a team that I think with the ball are one of the best coach teams in the division. They ask a lot of questions of you. I think if you look statistically, they create an awful lot of chances. We were pleased with our performance or some aspects of our performance on Saturday against Newport, but we know that there's areas to improve on. I think we were pleased to score 4 goals, of course, but there were certainly areas, defensive transition, times we weren't aggressive enough when we lost the ball, both in terms of our reactions but also our positional play as well, because we always want to make sure that we keep the midfield up so that we can't be counted on, because if you do leave space to a team like Crawley, then they will hurt you. You know, probably Newport didn't on the day, but we know that a team with the quality of players that Crawley have will hurt you. So yeah, for us, we did some off-field coaching over the last sort of 24 hours with the group, because really for us it's always to our principles. So it's not always, you know, when we review the games, we're not just looking at the scoreline, we're looking at how well did we apply our principles, and we applied some of them really well, but there was others that we didn't apply so well. So yeah, the focus has just been on just highlighting that to the players and trying to work on that on the training pitch.
Yeah, and do some of these statistics prove that you literally have got to be on your game every game, whoever you're playing, wherever they are in the league? The fact that Crawley are statistically good in possession, Newport were pretty good away from home before we played them, so that makes a division so tough to read. Yeah,
I think it's a brilliant league. I know that on Boxing Day there's only one Premier League game, which just blows my mind really, but I thought Boxing Day was for football, but it means that maybe there's not so much Premier League. There's still millions of people in this country that want to go and watch football, so go out and watch the EFL, because we have a Championship, a League One and League Two, which are brilliant leagues in themselves. League Two is a fantastic league because anybody can beat anybody on any given day. The difference between the teams are so small, where sometimes the Premier League, you almost know the result before the game is started. So the great thing about League Two, there's very little between the teams. We're lucky because we're so well supported both at home and away, but we're really hoping, particularly over this 4-game period, we quite like the way the games are set up, because although they come thick and fast, our first 2 games are away from home, really tough. But then we get our last 2 games in that run, in that cycle, at home in front of our supporters. So, yeah, first 2 games, if we can get as many Colchester United supporters down, firstly to the South Coast and then secondly to Kent, then that will only help the group, because, yeah, our supporters are just incredible in the way that they drive the energy of the team.
Yeah, and finally a word for the under-21s winning last night to win the group.
Yes.
And of course, some of them might be needed in that spell of 4 games for you guys.
Of course. Well, we know we're a small squad. We know that we've got a brilliant academy. It's fantastic for us because we go into the new year with both the 18s still in the FA Youth Cup and the 21s still in the Premier League Cup. And, you know, you consider we're a League 2 team. And of course, yeah, we've got a Cat 2 academy, which we're proud of, but we've knocked Bromley and Norwich City. Wow, I mean, I think over 40 professionals under the age of 21 in their club. So for us to do that is no mean feat. So credit to all of the staff and to the players. Great for us to win that game against Sunderland, the Premier League team, as well. So yeah. And to win the group as well. So we actually ended up finishing above Sunderland on goals scored, I think, which, you know, Sunderland being a Premier League club is a fantastic achievement. And yeah, the 18s have done great to get through in the FA Youth Cup and the 21s as well. And some of those boys have played in both, which is brilliant. And yeah, also Adrian Akande coming back and getting two last night. So that was a real positive experience for everybody involved. And yeah, like you've said, we'll have a few of our young ones that will be training on Christmas Day for the first time. So I did say to young Ronnie Harvey, because he obviously lives with a host family more locally, but for Christmas they go back to their own families. And I said, how are you going to get in on Christmas Day? He said, oh, my dad will take me. And I said, have you asked him? He went, no, but he won't mind. I said, well, it is Christmas Day, but he was pretty blasé about it. So. But it'd be good for him and good for the young ones to be involved, because, yeah, they bring good energy to our training every day. And I think this is why we continue to move forward as a club, because we have some brilliant seniors and we have some young players that are on an incredible journey, working really, really hard just to keep getting better and better. And this is, for us, so exciting, and I think for everybody of Colchester United persuasion, really, really, really exciting. And for us as a football club, yeah, like I say all the time, anything is possible.